Hey guys, it's Yuto here from SudachiRecipes.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Japanese sweet rice dumpling called Mitarashi Dango. They're usually served on a skewer and drizzled with a delicious sweet soy sauce glaze. You can find them at festivals, supermarkets and convenience stores. It's a very common and well loved sweet snack. I'm even gonna show you how to make the sauce later. But first, for the dango itself, you will need 100 grams of glutinous rice flour called shiratamako, 125 grams of silken tofu plus an extra 1 to 2 teaspoons for if it seems too dry, water for boiling, a bowl of ice water, and 5 bamboo skewers. This recipe will make 15 dumplings, so that's 5 skewers with 3 dumplings on each skewer. So first, I put the skewers into some water to soak. This makes it easier to pierce the dango later. Next, start boiling the water. While the water is coming to the boil, we can prepare the dango itself. It's actually a pretty fast recipe. Take a mixing bowl and add 100 grams of shiratamako flour. Whisk the dry flour for a minute. I find this helps create a smoother dough. Add 125 grams of silken tofu to the bowl and mix it together with your hands. Using tofu is actually quite unusual for making dango. It's usually made of a combination of 2 glutinous rice flours. One of them is shiratamako, which I'm using today. The other is called joshinko. But I gotta say, using tofu makes an amazing texture. If it seems a bit dry or doesn't seem smooth, feel free to add an extra 1 to 2 teaspoons of silken tofu. If you're out of tofu, you can add a tiny bit of water for moisture, but be very careful not to add too much. I think half a teaspoon at a time should be safe. Knead the dough until it's smooth and has the texture of an earlobe. This is a Japanese saying and it really works. Just squeeze your earlobe, the dango dough should feel the same as that. Once you're happy with texture, divide the dough into 15 equal pieces and roll them into bowls. They should be about 15 grams, which is half an ounce per bowl. Did you know that dango is a very traditional Japanese sweet that dates back hundreds of years? It originated in Kyoto, and they say that dango were used as offerings at shrines. Even though it's so old, it's still a well-loved snack in Japan to this day. So once they're all rolled out, add them to the boiling water all at the same time. They will sink to the bottom of the pot, so stir them occasionally to stop them from sticking. After about 5 to 7 minutes, they will start to float. When this happens, set a timer for 2 minutes. When 2 minutes are up, use a mesh spoon to transfer them to a bowl of ice cold water. This will stop the cooking process. Let them cool for a couple of minutes. Get your bamboo skewers and pierce them through the center of each dumpling. They're a little bit slippery, so be careful not to drop them. There's a few stories about dango. My favorite one is that each bowl represents a part of the body. Traditionally, dango has 5 pieces which represent the head, 2 arms and 2 legs. Apparently, if you pierce it with a skewer, set it on fire, cover it in soy sauce and then eat it, you will be protected from evil. So the bonus of eating Mitarashi Dango is it might protect you from evil. Rather than using fire, I'm gonna use a frying pan to make a toasted effect to the surface. There are a few better ways to do this, but frying pan is probably the safest and easiest way. I heat up a non-stick frying pan without any oil and just place them in. If you have a blowtorch or a gas stove, you can char them directly with fire. Maybe you could even make dango for your next barbecue. I recommend charring them just before serving, but that's just because I think they taste best warm, but it's up to you. While they're charring, I'm gonna make the sauce, and it only takes a few minutes. For this, you will need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 2.5 tablespoons of cold water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch or potato starch. So add all of the ingredients to a cold pan. It's best to mix it all up while it's cold, because if you add cornstarch to hot liquid, it gets lumpy. When it's more or less smooth, let's put it on the heat. I'm using a low heat and stirring continuously because it gets thick very quickly. I wasn't actually kidding when I said it only takes a few minutes. It becomes like a rich syrup. It's so good. When you're happy with the thickness, pour it over the charred dango. And there you have it! Soft and chewy tofu Mitarashi Dango with a delicious sweet soy sauce glaze. I recommend eating them the day you make them for the best texture. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the recipe, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I also have some history about dango written on the blog. I've left the link in the description for you. Thanks again, hope to see you in the next video.